Hello everyone, this is Ashley Terry here with you to discuss 5 interesting things I learned during this class. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Early on in the class, we discussed dual citizenship, which means that Americans are citizens of both the federal government and the state for which we reside in. This concept makes sense when you think about how our government is organized. I just never really put two and two together before. And then we also learned about the delegation of authority to administrative agencies. These agencies are inherently executive in nature, which means delegation typically pertains to legislative or judiciary authority. It was interesting to see how delegation changed over time as it was hashed out in the courts. The delegation of judicial authority allows agencies to pursue adjudication. Adjudication is the process by which agencies can review and make decisions on claims against their procedures and policies. These decisions may be subject to judicial review, but I thought it was interesting how adjudication alleviates some of that administrative burden relative to fact-finding and decision-making. Writs are a type of non-statutory review authority held by the courts that allows them to require government agents to act or not to act within a given situation. Common law writs include certioria, mandamus, habeas corpus, and prohibition. The ability for the judiciary to review actions taken by the government agents allows for a check on executive authority. This is another layer in the relationship between administrative agencies and the judicial branch that I find is very complex and interesting. Recently, we read about how government officials have immunity from liability. There are two types of immunity. The first one being absolute immunity, which is as definitive as it sounds, and then the other is qualified immunity, which means that there has to be certain parameters met before immunity is applied. In 2024, the Supreme Court found Donald Trump to have absolute immunity, which was a controversial decision. And I think this demonstrates how administrative law is still really taking shape in this country and how it's still a topic of importance. Every day at work, I engage with different parts of administrative law without even really thinking about it. The public records requests that sit in my inbox, the notice of violation forms, and the inspection record filing system that I maintain are all facets of administrative law, and these facets define my role and responsibility to the community. It was really awesome to connect these dots within this class and renew my purpose in what I do, and I hope you all felt the same. So with that, I will say goodbye everyone and good luck.